One of the most challenging patients I've ever encountered, I took care of probably about 6 or 7 years ago. I was a staff hospitalist at a hospital in Maryland, and I was covering the night shift, and it was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I can't recall if it was Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas, but it was the holiday season, and we were called to a code. I was the code leader at the time. It was probably 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We rushed into a patient's room. Like many of my hospital's colleagues, we knew little about the patient other than that they were clinically decompensating and they needed our help. I began to run the code. Other nurses and other physicians entered the room. We coded the patient for about maybe 25 or 30 minutes, but midway through the code, it was actually noted that the patient, prior to coding, was watching television. And when we glanced up at the screen above the patient's bed, what was on TV? However, one of the latest episodes of ER. For those of you who don't recall, ER was a very popular TV show from the late 90s to about the mid-2000s. And it coincided, it was, I think, a rerun on one of the local channels. And when we looked up to the TV screen, we noted that at that same moment, when we were coding and intubating a patient on our bed, and it was Christmas time, patient was being coded and intubated on the ER episode, and our code in real life went on, and unfortunately our patient expired. And at that same moment, we looked up, and unfortunately, the patient on ER actually expired as well. Well, suffice it to say, it was one of the oddest moments in my medical career, particularly around the holiday time. I looked at all the nurses and the other physicians, and just kind of an eerie silence when both our patient as well as the patient on television both died in almost the exact same setting. So unfortunately our patient did not survive, but his memory and the memory of that event will stay with me probably for the rest of my life. And I just wanted to share that with you.